Hello, Aries. Welcome to your Jupiter-Uranus conjunction tarot and astrology fusion reading. This conjunction is going to be taking place on April 20th of 2024. Now, if you're just here for the astrology, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign first, and then secondarily your sun and your moon. If you're just here for the tarot, then you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So, Aries, obviously, this conjunction is going to be taking place in your second house. And I'm kind of wondering here if you guys are getting like some kind of client, like landing some kind of client, maybe from foreign lands, foreign shores, maybe from somebody at a distance, and some kind of windfall of money, making a lot of money. You have to remember that this is a money house, and Uranus rules your 11th house, which can be like pennies from heaven, and can also be, it's a very beneficial house. And I could see you guys making money potentially from like big groups or big communities, making money on social media, landing clients from far away. You have to keep in mind that the dispositor of this conjunction is Venus, which is in your first house, but Venus also rules your seventh house. So I could see this as you guys landing clients that land you big money. This is big streams of income, huge money. And it can even be a little shocking, or like you can be kind of taken aback in a little way. It could be something you didn't see coming, right? Because Jupiter also rules your 12th house of like your blind spot. It's like, wait, what? Wait, what's going on? What? You loved my work, you loved my website, you loved so I could see that happening as well. This could also be an unexpected trip where you end up blowing a bunch of money, right? But you have the means. That's the thing, is like you have the means to be able to do this. And I feel like because the dispositor is Venus in your first house of self, I think that this is you guys essentially taking the initiative on whatever this is and being able to either make that money or spend that money. It's like you did the work, right? Your priorities are in order, but your priorities could be changing as well. You could be focusing on your bigger dreams, your dharma, your aspirations, your goals, trips, travel, higher education, spending money on those things, finding a better sense of self-worth and self-value because of those things. And I feel like this is also a big spiritual awakening for you. Like, holy shit, why didn't I realize that I was so incredible before? Why did I think that why did I have body dysmorphia? It can be this feeling of of self-worth, of self-value, because of these spiritual insights, because you go on this trip, because whatever. And I feel like you're really expanding your horizons on the matter as well. So this to me is ultimately pretty positive. You're looking good, feeling good, smelling good. You might be feeling a little squirrely just because the sun just moved out of your first house. Now there's a big focus on that second. But you got, Mercury, the North Node, Venus, Chiron there, a lot going on. And not only that, but your ruler is Mars in the 12th house. So a lot of behind the scenes things. So while this is going on, you could already be focusing on spirituality, on doing the work behind the scenes, right? And then you have a freaking epiphany about something. So I feel like ultimately this is fabulous. I feel like this is going to have a lot to do with bigger groups and communities, and maybe even social media for some of you, and absolutely financial, and a bigger sense of priorities. It's like what you used to prioritize, it's going to be changing. It's going to be more big picture stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot. The Nine of Wands, the Justice in reverse, the Page of Pentacles. I'm wondering if this is something with legalities, just because Jupiter does rule your ninth house of legalities. I see you guys coming out on top, but there can be some kind of big decision that you're refusing to make, or there can be something that's a little bit out of alignment that needs to be put back in alignment. Somebody could be kind of failing here, okay? And I'm not saying that it's you, but somebody could be failing in regards to a court case. With that Page of Pentacles, there's something new that you're starting. Maybe it's a new financial venture. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's you're learning something as well. So let's see. Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Empress. Damn. So you're coming out on top here. You've been through something, and you've been through a lot. You're a little bumped, bruised, battered, whatever it is. But with that Ten of Swords in reverse, this tells me that there's an evolutionary process going on. Now, this could be between you and a feminine energy, or these two feminine energies could just simply be you. There's a sense of self-worth and self-value here, which is a Taurus, which is your second house. And then we have the Queen of Wands, which is Aries, which is you. Excuse me. So this conjunction is happening. Excuse me. That just felt weird. Sorry about that. So, this is happening in your house of self-worth and self-value, and the dispositor, Venus, is in your first house. So this to me is you not giving a shit what anybody think not giving a shit. Yeah, not giving a shit what anybody thinks anymore. Not that you ever did, but if you did, that's over, that's done with. You guys could be becoming performers, you guys could be putting yourself out on social media, whatever it is you're creating, and you're creating from a place of self-acceptance. Then we have Justice in reverse, Page of Wands, Judgment in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. If there was some kind of court case or some kind of battle, or if there was some kind of injustice, there could be forgiveness here. Okay. Whether it's forgiveness from you, forgiveness from another, there could be a desire to reach out to somebody, and be like, you know what, let's just let bygones be bygones. I kind of feel you shaking hands with somebody here. So I don't know who that is, but it feels like you and another person are shaking hands and just letting it go. I have my story, you have yours, moving on. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting here. Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Swords. What's that Five of Swords? The Hierophant. Well, that's Taurus energy again. This is starting something new, or you may be learning something. You may be learning about the things that have made you feel a lack of self-worth or self-value. You may be learning who and what you need to prioritize that is going to be beneficial for your life. I think that you are having some kind of advice from a friend here, especially with that King of Swords, based around who you can and who you cannot trust. I would listen to this person. Okay, it could be a Aquarius specifically, it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it doesn't have to be that. This is obviously a general reading. But this is making me feel like, who can you take with you and who can't you? Who aligns with your morals and your values? It's like kind of asking you to stand on business when it comes to those things. You have yin, protection, surrender to the divine. So this is all about, let go and let God. This is about trusting the process. You needing to not hold on too much to control. Anybody that tries to hold on, anybody who tries to control this conjunction, you're done. Okay. So I also want to say with this protection, it's like, what is important to you, right? The second house is about like what we possess, what we prioritize. What is it that is important to you? And how do you feel like maybe you have sabotaged that in some way, and how could you better protect whatever that is? I also want to kind of say with this, if things are trying to leave your life, you need to trust that and let that go. Okay. If things are meant to stay, trust that. Okay. And obviously protect yourself. So thank you so much, Aries. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also, if you guys are interested in nearly 30 tarot or astrology videos per month, you can go ahead and click my YouTube channel, click the join button, and all of that information will be available to you. Okay. Thank you so much, Aries, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Taurus, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's taking place on April 20th of 2024. Keep in mind, this will be a 14-year cycle, so it's not just one day, okay? It happens every 14 years in a different sign. And if you guys are just looking for the astrology readings, and make sure that you're checking for your rising sign, which is going to be most accurate. Secondarily, your sun and your moon. If you're just looking for the tarot, then you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture. So, obviously, Taurus, wow, stars of the show, right? You guys are having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your first house of your physical body, yourself, and your sense of identity. Now, we have Jupiter there, which can represent friends, groups, communities, your bigger goals, dreams, and then Uranus, which is your career and reputation and your social standing. This can definitely be like you guys becoming more of a humanitarian. Jupiter also ruling your eighth, raising money for the poor, raising money and making that a career path for you, for people that are less fortunate. Venus, your chart ruler, is in the 12th house. This can be your blind spot, but this can also be, people with mental health issues. This can be people that are imprisoned. Maybe you become an advocate for these people in some way. And this can also be, for some of you, just to put it out there, because it can be a crisis at first, just because Jupiter does rule your eighth house of crisis. So it can be that something which feels really negative at first and sucks ends up being the best thing that ever happened to you. That's how Jupiter ruling the 8th house can kind of work. I know I'm a Taurus rising, okay? So, I feel like it could also be about like secrets that come out about you or a partner, okay, that are very public that you don't see coming, Venus in your 12th. You know, and maybe something about you, maybe something about a partner, maybe something about you and a partner. I could also see this, however, for some of you, being that the moon is in your 5th house during this time. I'm wondering for some of you, if you do not realize that you're pregnant, like out of nowhere, you're like, holy shit, I'm freaking pregnant, you know, and you don't even realize it, you didn't even see it coming, etc. So I can see that as well. I can see this as potentially being surprised or shocked that a partner wants you to marry them or is trying to get you to marry them, or maybe merging finances with another. I can also see this as you guys greatly benefiting from another person's money. Okay. Could be like, you know, groups, communities, making money from social media. This can be, uh, also, if you're in a partnership or you have a spouse, maybe relying on their money a little bit more. Okay. So keep that in mind. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these tarot cards. Sorry, Mercury retrograde, guys. 7 of Cups. Yeah, like don't see it coming. Emperor in reverse, the Knight of Cups. I feel like you have like a jealous man or an angry man here, like somebody who maybe has it out for you a little bit, you know. Mars in the 11th, maybe an angry friend or just somebody on social media. But this can also be like you guys trying to hold on to control, and it could be because you feel like you're swimming through fog, right? And you guys probably do, because your Venus in the 12th can kind of feel like that. Yes, she's in Aries, but it's still the 12th house. Feels like you're, you know, trying to see in foggy waters, you know. And then with that Knight of Cups, I like this. This can show like empathy, love, taking action. This can also be creative projects as well, or being very creative. So let's go ahead and see. 7 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Lovers. Wow, I feel like you guys have your pick of the litter here. God damn. Yeah, so for some of you, you're absolutely getting married or merging finances with another. Maybe you guys are pregnant, you know, and then you're just like, well, what are we going to do about this? Let's go ahead and get married, right? It can be something like that. It can be something in regards to your career, like huge, huge money, maybe an inheritance for some of you. Jupiter, you know, the 8th house can represent inheritances. So there can be something big, which it feels like, wait, what? Like you feel a little foggy about, or maybe it's something that you fantasize about and like it's finally happening, you know? So I can definitely see that, but it seems like there's another person involved here who very much cares about you. Then we have the Emperor in reverse, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so this can be like hidden enemies. The 12th house can represent that. Hidden enemies, you know, somebody that you just simply don't trust, somebody that you're not interested in giving your energy to in any way, shape, or form. I think that if anything, you guys are evolving on an individual level, having some big revelations about yourself and making changes and transformations. That is the 8th house, Jupiter ruling the 8th house. Big changes, big transformations. You're just not going to deal with any kind of abusive situations anymore, especially around people you can't trust. Feel like you're realizing who your enemies are as well. Um, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Justice in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. You may have somebody here trying to prove themselves to you. That could absolutely be it. But for others of you, you just may be focused on love, creativity, empathy, etc. Life's not fair is kind of what I'm getting. Like there's something about you still being empathetic to others because you have been through a lot yourself, and you know, where you've been shot down and you've felt judged or whatever the case is, you know, seeing how that can play out in others and being more empathetic towards that. I could also see this as waiting to seal the deal with somebody, but things not quite being right yet. Your advice is the Square, release, a personal issue reaches a resolution. So it can definitely be something home and family related, something between you and a partner. There's going to be that Sun, which is going to square Pluto pretty much as soon as it gets into your first house. And so there's definitely like this sense of identity and who you are and what it is that you need to change, and what parts of you do you need to release that don't really have anything to do with you anymore, and needing to ask yourself that. And so I feel like something will, yeah, reach a resolution, absolutely, but it's like you're the one that's needing to do the changes. changes. Okay. So, Taurus, thank you so much. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And also, if you would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can become a member today by heading over to my YouTube channel, clicking the join button, and all of the information will be available there for you. Thanks a lot, Taurus. Talk soon. Bye for now. Hey Gemini, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your welcome to Mercury retrograde, guys. Welcome to your Jupiter Uranus conjunction that is taking place April 20th, 2024. Keep in mind that this is a 14-year cycle. If you guys are just looking for the astrology, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign most accurately, but you can check for your sun and your moon secondarily. If you're just here for the tarot, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter placements. So, Gemini risings, you guys are going to be having this Jupiter Uranus conjunction in your 12th house. So, this can be a huge expansion, change, letting go around mental health, around how you deal with mental health, around isolation, around letting go. This can't even be like a crisis around somebody maybe unjustly going to jail or getting put in a mental institution and you working together with other people to get them out. I know that sounds really weird, but there's something more revolutionary to come about this. Now, keep in mind that this is Jupiter. So, Jupiter is incredibly beneficial. And so, even though like it may seem a little wacky or crazy or what this is wild at first, there is a light at the end of the tunnel and it's going to benefit you more than you could ever possibly imagine. So, keep that in mind. Now, I feel like you guys could be having crazy insights in your dream state. I know that everybody like sleeps on the 12th house, pun intended, but the 12th house can really bring you some crazy insights, like in regards to your dreams during meditation, things like that. It can be around groups, communities, friends, how to get to your goals, how to accomplish your goals with another, who you should be keeping in your circle and who you shouldn't. Because the dispositor of this conjunction is Venus in the 11th house of your hopes, of your dreams, of your groups and your communities and the people that you surround yourself with. And not only that, but Jupiter does rule your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So who is it that you're surrounding yourself with that is good or bad for your mental health and your sense of self? It could feel like a crisis of faith at times when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. For some of you, you kind of feel like you're lost in the crowd or like it's a ghost land. Mercury, your ruling planet, still retrograde in the 11th house, trying to reevaluate what are my hopes, what are my dreams. I want to say a little bit of faith can go a long way for you guys. So, I want to say as well, the moon is in your 4th house during this time. So, maybe leaning on family members and things like that could be really positive for you. So, Gemini, we have the Nine of Wands. Love that. Spiritual warrior vibes is what this is kind of giving me, which can be very much 12th house or even Venus in Aries. Love this. The Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Wands. I'm sick of fighting. I'm sick of fighting. I'm sick of wondering. I'm sick of feeling like, I'm constantly having to battle my mental health or constantly having to battle people around me. I want peace. And with that Ace of Wands, I feel like this is something that you're being very inspired to do. For some of you, you're working with a mentor or a guru or something like that behind the scenes. So, Nine of Wands, Empress in reverse, the Five of Cups, and the Hierophant in reverse. So, this is very spiritual here, but the Hierophant in reverse, that's very interesting because it feels like you're fighting up against or very much putting up these guardrails around people who make you feel less than, around people that make you feel like shit, make you feel like you're not worth anything, that make you regret even knowing them, or you find that around these people who are constantly making you question your faith or constantly giving you a reason to not believe or be optimistic, you're like, what am I doing here? And so I see you guys fighting that and resolving that within yourselves. The moon in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Sun in reverse. This is making me think of the Sun square Pluto in your 9th. So we're learning something about someone. Somebody could tip you off with that King of Pentacles, that moon in reverse, like a masculine figure. Somebody could tip you off on something. I think that you guys are learning something. You guys are learning that, once again, something isn't good for your mental health. The moon is Pisces. Pisces is a natural 12th house. And I think that you're realizing that it's just time to go. I mean, there's no way around it. There's no way to say it. It just seems like you're kind of filtering who can and cannot come with you. Then we have the Ace of Wands with the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, The Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'll go where I'm appreciated. If I'm not being appreciated here and I'm biting off more than I can chew, why the fuck am I chewing? So to me, this is you guys feeling very inspired because you're seeing the cycles, because you're realizing you've been on a hamster wheel, because you've been overworking yourself or overexerting yourself, maybe in a crowd or in regards to some kind of hopes, dreams, wishes, fulfillments that isn't really you, or you feel like you're not being recognized for the hard work that you're doing and finding the faith to start brand new and being optimistic about it as well. Aries, speaking of Aries, grief, your hard work is paying off. So yeah, it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. Aries represents your 11th house of groups, communities, friends, and goals. And maybe you have to mourn that loss a little bit, but it's telling you keep going forward. Capricorn is the goat. It's all about putting one foot in front of the other and setting out to accomplish what you set out to accomplish. So don't worry about it. See the light at the end of the tunnel. The end of the tunnel, Gemini. Thank you so much. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And if you would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, make sure that you become a member today by heading over to my YouTube channel and clicking the join button. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk soon. Bye for now. Hey Cancers, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is taking place on April 20th of 2024. If you were just here for the astrology, make sure that you are checking for your rising sign first, which will be most accurate, your sun and your moon secondarily. If you're just here for the tarot, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements you can look for. So Cancers, you guys are having this Jupiter Uranus conjunction happening in your 11th house. Okay, so a big expansion, breakthroughs around the people that you surround yourself with, around your dreams, your goals, your sense of purpose in some way. Venus being the dispositor, being in your 10th house. And Venus is trying to please Mars, which is in your 9th house, and this is of your dharma and your higher purpose, etc. So I definitely feel like you guys are maybe benefiting from the people that you surround yourself with, particularly around your goals, your aspirations, and bigger picture stuff. The dispositor Venus in your 10th, this is probably going to help your career. This is probably going to help your career, your reputation, but it's also going to affect it. And so I think that you guys are going to be seen very differently by who you're connecting with. The moon is also in the 3rd house at this time. So who are you connecting with? Who are you working with that is affecting how other people view you? And also the sun is going to be in a square with Pluto in your 8th. So this is around what do we need to change, or who's the company that we need to change, or what about our goals and our aspirations do we need to change or transform in order to evolve? Why is my cat doing this? I am so sorry about that, Cancer. So I definitely feel like this is going to be positive for your career and your reputation. This could definitely be around like social work. Jupiter ruling your 6th. This could be around big goals and aspirations and dreams, or some kind of project that you're working on with others in some way. And this is going to, maybe it's around group funding or humanitarianism, or raising money for the less fortunate or the needy, or maybe you make that a career, or something like that, some kind of humanitarian effort. But it's definitely around who you're connecting with and who you're networking with. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. You have the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. So definitely needing to stand your ground, or you are standing your ground, particularly in a social situation. This is Uranus. Having a conversation, networking, ideas, communication, cutting ties with people, communicating with new people, bringing them in. Let's take a look at that 7 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Fool in reverse, and the Chariot. This is definitely making me feel like you're standing on business about something. You could absolutely be fighting against any unjust that is happening in the world. You guys could find yourself very much as a humanitarian. You're like, anything that's going to upset the masses, anything that's going to fuck with people, whatever. You could be like helping defend others, but also like defending yourself in some way, coming out on top, being in a place of power. And I feel like anything that is not for the greater good, I don't think that you're going to want anything to do with it. And even if somebody or something is doing something that you feel is unjust, even if you see something on social media, I feel like you're probably going to speak out about it. You know what I mean? And here you are, riding the chariot. You are the chariot. And this is about bravery. This is about standing up for what it is that you believe in. And you can definitely see that, like with 11th housers a lot. They fight for the public. Then we have, or maybe you're fighting with the public, right? Seven of Swords, the Judgment, the Eight of Swords, the Tower. Wow. Definitely it could be some kind of social crisis. And I just say, I'm thinking of that sun in the 11th house square Pluto in your 8th. Some kind of financial crisis. This is Scorpio. Some kind of financial crisis, some kind of group crisis with others. Something maybe comes out about a friend. Something maybe comes out in a big group or an association that you're with. And I feel like somebody's going to have to answer for their crimes, or somebody's going to have to answer for something, like a big secret comes out, or like something that somebody was trying to sweep under the rug or hide. And I feel like somebody's just going to have to take accountability. That's kind of what that looks like. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Love that. With the World. I feel like something is understood. Okay, it could be with another feminine energy. It seems like there's a conversation that we're having with another party, please excuse that, with somebody else, or somebody may have said something that they didn't mean, or somebody was jealous, or there was some behind the scenes stuff that shouldn't have been happening. And it seems like there's some kind of conversation going down. We're like, all right, let's close this out. Let's shake hands, etc. So I don't feel like it's all bad. House 4, illusion. Adjustments are required. Okay. Well, interesting. Why is the illusion card here? The Two of Wands in reverse. Are we being vulnerable with ourselves about what it is that we actually want? This can also be around us really needing to make a decision, but we could be, compelled by our emotions to make a decision instead of making head over heart decisions. What are the adjustments that are required? This may be telling you to break away from the crowd a little bit and spend some time alone. Listen to yourself as opposed to others, because your emotions could really get involved with something, and you could be very much impacted by other people's opinions and not be the authority in your life that you're needing to be. Okay, so keep that in mind. So thank you so much, Cancer Risings, our Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And as well, if you guys would like exclusive access to nearly 30 astrology and tarot videos, you can become a member. Sorry, I'm wiped. This is the last reading I'm actually doing today. You guys can become a member by heading over to my YouTube channel and clicking the join button, and all of that information will be available there for you. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, Leo. I hope you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome to your Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is taking place on April 20th of 2024. Keep in mind, if you were just looking for the astrology transits, make sure that you're looking for your rising sign first, and then secondarily your sun and your moon. If you're just here for the tarot, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So Leo risings, you guys are going to be having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your 10th house of career, reputation, your achievements, your social standing, your social status, whether that's single, married, a homemaker, or a CEO out there in the world. Jupiter does rule your 5th house of creativity, entrepreneurship, children, fun, sex, romance, joy, and Uranus rules your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships. And Jupiter also, does rule your 8th house of other people's money and of transformation and change and crisis as well. So, my goodness. Oh my God. So, for some of you, okay, bad first, right? Because there can always be some negative, but Jupiter is involved. So, no matter if it starts out as negative, I feel like a lot of the fixed signs are going to see the light at the end of the tunnel or further down the road, as opposed to something immediately beneficial happening. Now, with that Jupiter Uranus conjunction, I kind of feel like, because the 8th house does rule crises or a crisis situation, There can be something going on potentially with a crisis in regards to your career or in a boss's life. This can be a crisis that's going on with a partner, because Jupiter coming together with Uranus, Uranus ruling your seventh house of one-on-one relationships, a crisis with a business partner, a crisis that a partner is having it with their career, their reputation of some sort. But it could end up being beneficial in the long run. So for instance, if let's say that there is a partner who has a crisis with their career, their reputation, things kind of go down the shitter a little bit or something like that. Venus being the dispositor of this in the ninth house, this can certainly be like a partner being like, oh my God, I realize what my purpose is. You know, it can be something like that. It can be you that this kind of happens to. There could be some kind of secret that comes out publicly, maybe about a partner, or just a secret in general that maybe comes out about a boss or something like that. And there can be legalities involved. You know, maybe a little like, you know, secret legality kind of things going on. I don't know if it's behind the scenes, maybe, you know. But the sun is there in the 10th house. And he's going to be squaring Pluto, which is in your seventh, right? And so this is like you, the sun is you, and you're kind of maybe at a crossroads or at a conflict with a partner. Like, what are we going to do about this, or how do we make this work? Now, for some of you, it can be about merging with another person and getting married. 100% it could absolutely represent that. It could represent you and another person coming together, getting married, changing your social status, your reputation. This can also be about you and a business partner, you know, because Jupiter also rules your fifth house of entrepreneurship. Maybe you and somebody are kind of coming together to start some kind of new business. Maybe it's a spiritual business, Venus in the ninth house. Maybe it's a legal practice. Maybe, you know, getting in touch with a mentor or a guru to help you figure out what your purpose is and what it is that you want to do for a career. There's a lot of changes in regards to this house in your chart, and the moon's going to be in your second house during this time. So I feel like there's an opportunity to really raise your sense of self-worth, prioritize your finances, prioritize how you're showing up in the world, prioritize a partnership, focus on your money and what you can bring to the table and what another person can bring to the table. So me versus we, and how we can come together to make that happen. But I feel like there's going to, because this is in Taurus, so I feel like there's going to always be a financial component to it. So it can definitely be some kind of big change that is happening in career reputation and is bringing in money as well. Okay. Or maybe may take some money to, you know, you may cost somebody some money in order to make happen. But ultimately, I feel very positive. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. The Tower in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, it can definitely be like trying to hold on to something that has just seen its last day, you know, or not wanting to lose something as well. The Seven of Wands can represent backing down or feeling intimidated in some ways. So if you are in a competitive environment in regards to your social situation, or in regards to your reputation, or in regards to a partner's, or in regards to a career thing, you know, I kind of want to say like maybe stand your ground. It doesn't mean that you have to like fight something, but stand your ground. Two of Swords, we're needing to make a decision. So let's see that Tower in reverse. The Seven of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands in reverse. We've been moving too slow in a specific direction in our life, and this can absolutely be financially, or this can be in a career. And it's because we don't want to rock the boat, or we want to do things right. But the thing is that now it's like asking Seven of Swords, right? Aquarius, Moon Aquarius. It's like what we're doing for the greater good, for the group, what we're doing for you and me, not just for me, right? And that's also Uranus, right? Jupiter conjunct Uranus. So I feel like something isn't just about you anymore. It's about you and another person. And there could be a little bit of frustration because you very much wanted something to be a certain way, but it's like, yeah, guess what? You can only hold on for so long. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe you took too long to make a change and now it's kind of happening, but it'll be beneficial in the end. You just have to see it through. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Ooh, the Ten of Cups, the King of Wands, the Magician in reverse. So I want to say, like, for some of you, maybe you have a partner that's giving up their career in order to be a homemaker. Maybe you are. Maybe it's something to do with children. Whatever the case is, I kind of feel like there's this letting go of an old position to accumulate a new. So maybe this is like, okay, well, I don't want to focus so much on my career anymore. I want to focus on, home and family and things like that, because this is this axis anyway, right? And being confident enough to do so, and maybe even getting to the point where you start your own business of some sort. Now you're known as a business owner, right? And there can be a little bit of like, oh, I don't think I have everything I need. Well, it's like you'll get what you need as you're going, you know? Then we have the Two of Swords with the Eight of Wands, the Temperance in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like we're needing to have some conversations about what's working and what's not in regards to the things that we're going after, the things that we need to know in order to merge finances. We can't avoid the talk, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, we have to have a serious conversation about how we're going to make something work, especially if it isn't. Cancer, so home and family, survival. Nothing is yet set in stone. So I kind of want to say, like, I heard don't put all your eggs in one basket, maybe, but I'm not really feeling that. But I heard it, so I got to say it. I kind of want to say, like, what have you been doing just to get by? Like, what have you been doing in a family or a financial situation or a career situation, or what have you been doing in a relationship situation just to get by? And does that make you comfortable? So it's saying like things can still change for you. It's telling you that nothing is yet set in stone. You're just going to have to go with the punches or roll with the punches. And with that moon being in your second house, this can be like what we want to possess. Maybe you're needing to let go of some things. Maybe you're needing to reevaluate things. Virgo, right? Moon and Virgo. And decide what you want to keep, what needs to stay, what needs to go. Okay. So thank you so much, Leo. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also, if you guys want exclusive access to nearly 30 astrology and tarot videos per month, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, click the join button, and all of that information will be available there to you. Thank you so much, Leo, and talk soon. Bye for now. Hey Virgos, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter Uranus conjunction tarot and astrology fusion video. This conjunction is going to be taking place on April 20th of 2024. If you're only here for the astrology portion, make sure you check for your rising sign first, and then secondarily your sun and your moon. If you're only here for the tarot, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sorry, Mercury retrograde, guys. You know how it is. Uh, check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter places for a full picture of what may be going on. So, Virgo risings, you guys are going to be having this Jupiter Uranus conjunction in your ninth house of trips, travel, higher education. This can be third marriages. This can also be gurus, mentors, religion, spirituality, God, your faith, optimism. And this is a big one. Uranus rules your sixth house. And this could be something like needing to travel for work suddenly. This could be a huge change in regards to your work, potentially. This could be a huge revelation or a huge insight that you have in regards to your faith and God and what you believe in and what drives you and what your actual higher purpose is. And all of this is changing. The dispositor of this conjunction is Venus in your eighth house of change and transformation. So there's some big things that are taking place for you. For some of you, maybe you end up being like a pastor, or maybe you end up meeting one that completely changes you, that is able to help you reveal what your negative habits are and how that is affecting your purpose in life and your faith, and how the things that you're engaged in are affecting your life and your purpose and what your purpose even is. For some of you, you could end up being some kind of philosopher or, spiritual leader in some way. Or maybe you meet someone at some, because, the ninth house can also be like, we're having festivities and we're going to weddings and things like that. Maybe you meet somebody there, right? And it ends up changing like your whole life. Maybe you end up meeting your marriage partner. Maybe for some of you, you're getting married and you're merging, right? The eighth house is where we go to merge. For some of you, it can absolutely be some kind of lawsuit. It can be some kind of lawsuit. Maybe a secret comes out or something, or something happens here and then you have to hire a lawyer. Jupiter ruling the seventh house. Jupiter does rule your partnerships. And I could see this as something happening where maybe a partner is revealing something to you, something that you didn't know, something that's kind of like, wait, what, kind of shocks you a little bit. I could definitely see this as maybe for some of you, maybe a maybe moving with a partner potentially. Maybe a partner moves from a long distance, changes residences, or maybe you and a partner who are at a long distance are kind of like closing the gap in some way. So big revelations, a lot around spirituality, a lot around faith, optimism, your dharma, a lot around partnerships, health, day-to-day work habits, routine, where you're living, your home and your family matters as well. So maybe you have a family member that is going off to a university, right? And maybe you got to pay some money, right? Venus in the fifth house, excuse me, Venus in the eighth house. So yeah, so big deal, big things happening. I feel like ultimately it might be hard sometimes for some of us where we feel like this is going to be more negative. I feel like in the beginning it's going to be hard for us to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we will. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot. Show me Virgo, King of Cups in reverse, the Sun, the King of Pentacles. Well, there's a couple of masculine energies here. Okay. This could be business partners. This could be a lover. This could be a marriage partner, a spouse, somebody who is meant to be that or going to be that. With that King of Cups there, King of Cups in reverse, somebody could be feeling not super vulnerable. Somebody could be in a bit of a mood. Somebody can be, throwing the fog over somebody's eyeballs so they can't, because they don't want that person to see who they truly are. But the sun is going to reveal it. I feel the sun is going to be at 0 degrees of Taurus when this Jupiter Uranus conjunction hits, or at 1 degree, and it's going to square Pluto, right? And then we have so it's gonna be some little bit of rifts going on there. And then with that King of Pentacles here, maybe money, maybe hiring a lawyer, maybe a business partner, something like that. So let's see. The King of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. Some Virgos are deciding to be single because they found out a secret about a person. Somebody could have been quite manipulative in some way. Somebody could be trying to control another person, and now we're just deciding, you know what, I'm good on my own. I'm looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Things need, also Venus in the eighth house for you guys. Yes, this can be maybe a partner relying on some of you. Keep that in mind. It could be something like that. I could see that happening, or vice versa. And also Venus rules your sense of self-worth and self-value. So some of you are walking away from a situation that you feel like doesn't value you, whether it's a job, a partner, etc. Okay. You could feel gaslit or something like that, not appreciated. Then we have the Sun, Page of Cups in reverse, the Star, and the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. We're staying optimistic. I like to see the sun and the star here. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful energy. We're very optimistic. Maybe not so much in love per se. Maybe we can be, though. I feel like if there is something going on with love, which I hate to be so cliche, but if there is, I could definitely see things going in a better direction in regards to that. Maybe we're not feeling super lovey-dovey, but maybe we're working on it. I could also see this as being very invested in our work, being very invested in our vitality and our optimism, being more optimistic about life, finding the faith. It can be hard to find the faith during a time like this, especially Jupiter Uranus conjunction. Some really like shocking things, could be kind of upsetting us, or, like, wait, we're a little taken aback. But I like to see the sun and the star here because that tells me there is a light out at the end of the tunnel. And not only that, but you're actually seeing it. And I feel like you could be very invested in whatever that is, or somebody is investing in you. Then we have the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. We need to do something different, is what I'm getting here. We can't be doing what we've been doing. So for some of you, if this is around money specifically, I could see a new way of making money. I could see you and somebody who is very well matched to you coming together and actually making shit happen. No more disappointing jobs, right? No more disappointing living situations, whatever it is. You and another person seem to be very much on the same page for what the future is going to look like. House 3, influence. This can be around habits as well. And don't let pride get in your way. So this can be about needing to swallow your pride and needing to have the serious conversations about what you're being influenced by potentially. If you're at like a lower vibration, if you're not focusing on your spirituality and clearing out karma or whatever it may be, not focusing on your faith, etc., it could be asking you like, what is your thought life looking like based around the content that you're consuming? What are you consuming in your daily life, or what are you trying to like brush under the mattress or under the rug and trying to pretend like you don't have this habit? And how can we change that way of thinking, and how do we get out of our own way to be able to release these things? Because Mercury, your chart ruler, is in the eighth house. So you are being forced to change. You are changing. You are going to change. You are going to be more vulnerable. And, it can be about ego deaths. It can be about swallowing our pride. It can be a little bit of a crisis or feeling like we have one, and so I feel like you're needing to have the hard conversations about what's influencing you, how you're influencing another negatively or positively, and what kind of habits we need to remove out of our lives to be able to have a more fulfilling life and focus on our higher purpose. So, thank you so much, Virgo. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also, if you would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, click the join button, and all of that information will be available there for you. Thank you so much, Virgo, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. All right. Hey, Libra. I had to do this from my bed because I was editing the video, and for some reason I forgot to do you guys, which I've never done before. So here we are. Welcome to Mercury retrograde. Libra, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter Uranus tarot and astrology fusion video. I'm going to be taking a look at what may be going on for you guys during this Jupiter Uranus conjunction. Keep in mind it's a 14-year cycle. Okay. So if you're just here for the astrology, this is going to be your rising sign, which is going to be most accurately, but you can also take a look at your sun and your moon secondarily. If this is just for the tarot, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture. So Libra risings, you guys are going to be having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction happening in your eighth house. This can be sudden inheritances. This can be an inheritance that your partner ends up having that kind of comes out of nowhere. This can be you finally being able to pay off debts. Jupiter also rules the sixth house, okay, which can talk about debts that we need to pay off, as can the eighth house, paying off taxes, being able to pay off taxes. This can also be for some of you, if you are partnered up, the dispositor of this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is Venus, which is in the seventh house of one-on-one partnerships. So for some of you, you could be having a lot of sexual healing during this time with a partner. Maybe you end up getting married, right? This can be where we merge, where you and another person end up merging. The eighth house is where we merge together, whether it's finances, intimacy, vulnerability, having a partner become more vulnerable around you, a lot of sexual healing, a lot of healing in a partnership as well. For some of you, the seventh house isn't just about one-on-one romantic partnerships. It can also be about your psychologist. It can be your therapist. It can be your astrologer. Maybe some of you are learning from another how to do astrology or focusing on occult stuff. Maybe for some of you, you're having breakthroughs through tarot and astrology or learning that. But I feel like this is more around a lot of change going on in your work and your day to day because of another person or around another person. This can also be psychological breakthroughs happening that you're having with a therapist. The moon is in the 12th house during this time. So letting go of certain things, an old way of showing up, an old way of presenting yourself, moon ruling the 10th house. And there's also going to be that sun, in Taurus. It's going to be squaring Pluto in your fifth house. So there can be something about like, okay, this is now we need to focus on you and another person. Now we need to focus on putting our funds together or coming together intimately and being more than just dating. It can be something like that as well. Anything else with this? Yeah, I feel like a relationship could definitely be going to the next level. This can represent, a death. Of course, I hate to predict that. Things happen though, right? Can be a death of somebody, or you end up getting an inheritance of some sort. This can be a lot about, financial freedom that a partner is having, that you're having, that you and a partner are having. And this can also be something that's very sexual. Uranus rules your fifth house, right? And I have Uranus in the eighth house natally. And so, you can find these people to be very kinky, right? And also attract quite kinky partners. But I also feel because Jupiter rules your third house, and the eighth house is the house of change and transformation. I think that you're working with somebody to change the way that you think, to change the way that you communicate. And when you change your thought life, everything can change because it's your perspective, or if this is happening for a partner. So let's go ahead and just take a look at these cards really quick. So we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Strength card, and we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, so it's like we're having these conversations. I'm almost getting like this energy of like glue, like you and another person coming together, like having those hard conversations that are going to make you guys deeply understand one another. And I feel like it's something that's for future use, something that you're going to build upon. I could also see like learning about finances, learning with somebody. We have the Temperance, and then Temperance is Sagittarius, Jupiter, can be about learning. The Temperance, the Two of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups. So I like this. So once again, the eighth house can be about vulnerability. We're having the hard conversations. We're saying, how can we make this work? Temperance. How can we take my element and your elements, and how can we combine them to actually make it happen? And these are conversations that it doesn't seem like you're avoiding. For others of you, you're just talking about the things that have hurt you. You're learning how to heal something by talking about them, by not avoiding the conversation and being more vulnerable with a partner or with a therapist or something like that. And then we have the Strength, which is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician. I like it. And the Four of Wands in reverse. So how do we come together? How do we buy a home, right? How do we work together? How do we raise our standards? How do we put our heads together? How do we actually make this happen? How do we put in the work to be able to have all the materials that we need in order to buy a home, or in order to purchase something, or in order to pay off these debts, etc.? So this is definitely making me feel like, you're not being a slouch. That's for certain. This is not no slouch energy. I think that you're being maybe more careful around your finances, being more careful around where you spend your time and your energy, and realizing that your time is precious. And that if you're spending your energy on things that don't matter, you're not going to have the energy for the things that do. I could see that as well. Then we have the Two of Cups with the King of Swords, the Devil in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. Didn't I just say something about that? Where are we wasting our time and our energy, where we don't have time for other things? I think that you may be having a very intimate conversation, either with an astrologer, with a therapist, with an advisor, or with a romantic partner, about what is toxic in your life, what needs to be removed, what we're wasting our time or our money on, because this is the money axis, and what we need to change to be able to have a better life for ourselves. You have Trine, love that. That's Jupiter energy, Knight. Okay. And your commitment is being tested. Okay. Commitment is being tested to what? The Five of Pentacles, money, change. Five, this is the five. Fives represent change. Five Pentacles can represent money. So it's like, what's that Knight though? The Ten of Cups. I heard sleep on it and don't be impulsive with something. Interesting. So this may be saying something will come to you at night, like an idea or a thought or a dream that may give you some insight on how to change something, or how to pursue something, how to come out of something. This is kind of your advice slash message. So this is telling you to try to relax. I want to say, for some reason, it's telling you to get a really good night's sleep. It's saying that could be very beneficial for your mental health. You have to keep in mind that the third house is involved because Jupiter rules your third house. This is your thought life, how you're thinking. The moon is in your 12th house of isolation and mental health during the time. And the 8th house is your house of change, transformation, yes, but also vulnerability and your mental state and your psychology. And so I really feel like a good night's sleep is probably going to be very important for you, needing to focus more on that 6th house, because the 6th house is also involved, right? Because Jupiter also rules your 6th house. So this is a lot about how you're taking care of yourself, the routines that you're needing to change, how you're needing to change small day-to-day habits, so that way you can have a better life for yourself. Okay. And that could even help with like budgeting and things like that. So keep that in mind. So Libra, thank you so much. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so by hitting up violettaalexis.com. And if you guys want exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can become a member today by heading over to my YouTube channel and clicking the join button, and all that information will be available there. Thank you so much, Libra. Talk soon. Bye for now. Hey Scorpios, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your tarot and astrology reading for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is taking place on April 20th of 2024. If you were just here for the astrology, then make sure that you check firstly and most accurately for your rising sign, secondarily sun and moon. If you're just here for tarot, you can just check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. I will have all of the timestamps here in below in the comment section, okay, and it'll be pinned. So, Scorpio risings, you guys are having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is taking place in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. Jupiter does rule your 2nd house of finances, the money that you're making, your prioritization, your self-worth, and your self-value. For some of you, this is going to be somebody coming into your life very suddenly who brings a windfall of money, or somebody that you're partnering with in business. And it could definitely be business or something around a job or a business partnership, just because you do have Venus transiting your 6th house of work and your job. So this could be like you landing a huge new client, and it's like the biggest client you've ever had. And, you know, if you own your own business or you're at a job or sales or something like that, and it could absolutely come out of nowhere. For others of you, this can be you and a partner. If you're already partnered, maybe deciding to purchase a home and get out of some kind of lease agreement, or, you know, going in on a home together in some way, going in on a business together. I could also see this as potentially a partner getting pregnant, just because Jupiter conjunct Uranus, Jupiter expands whatever it touches, you know, and then with Uranus there, Jupiter ruling your 5th house, it could be like a pregnancy of some sort. It could also be some kind of risk you're taking romantically or financially when it comes to intertwining with another person. And yeah, so this is big. This is a big deal. I'm very excited for it personally. Not really for my personal chart, but I'm excited for everybody else. I think this is going to be really exciting. Your ruling planet or your co-ruler is Mars, which is also in the 5th house of children, taking risks, fun, love, joy. And then your co-ruler, which is Pluto in the 4th house. So definitely could be changing homes, potentially a partner moving with you, you moving with the partner. I could also see this as some kind of partner coming in and really expanding your sense of self-worth, blowing you up, making you feel like $1 million. And yeah, I feel like this looks pretty good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot, okay? So, uh, for Scorpios, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the Emperor. Damn. Wow. Is the risk worth the reward? Is what the 4 of Pentacles is asking you. Do you think that you can take a chance on whatever this is? Well, probably, being that it seems like you have somebody here who has your back. That 3 of Pentacles is working together with another to do what? It seems like you're not doing something alone anymore. That's what I'm getting, because we're going from the 4 to the 3. And this to me is you going back and working with a person, or giving up some kind of independence in some way. The Emperor is here. Position of power, authority, leadership, conquering something is what that looks like. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Okay. This to me is maybe you guys have held back for a long time, or maybe you guys have been alone for a long time, healing yourselves, making decisions on your own, etc. I think that maybe there's a little bit of fear here, especially if somebody's coming in, I don't know, showering you with gifts, or somebody's coming in and really wanting to work with you and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it almost feels like there's a little bit of a fear there for some reason. And that can kind of be scary, right? Uranus is like a little shocking, right? So it kind of, make you take a step back and be like, wait, 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 whoa, 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 slow it down. But I think that this can be around love as well. So for some of you, I think that something can be quite shocking for you and make you kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. But I think that this change is going to be good for you ultimately. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Love this. So like I said, it could be some kind of financial windfall. If you do land a client of some sort, I do see them bringing you in a lot of money to the point where, or even if it's just a business partner, coming into relation with another to be able to have some kind of entrepreneurial business, to be able to work with another person, be able to take risks that have big financial rewards. And I feel like a lot of you, it could be a feminine energy with that Queen of Swords, but you could also be the feminine energy. So keep that in mind. But this to me is you being able to collaborate with another to be able to pull yourself out of a hole with that Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like getting out of debt, fixing debts, paying things off, etc. And I think that you're going to be able to have the funds to do it. And then we have the Emperor. Ooh, with the Devil, with the Knight of Cups. Damn, I feel like there's a lot of power here with that Devil. And it's interesting. It could be something creative, is what I want to say. For some of you, you're very determined to create some kind of entrepreneurial business that could be around creativity. Maybe you end up joining some kind of acting class and somebody discovers you and it's like, whoa, holy shit. And all of a sudden are in this position of power, or you end up starting your own business. And then you get so many clients and things just blow up for you that, maybe a love partner comes in, right? Can be something like that. But this is a very strong desire, if anything, to be able to come to a position of power, to be able to take responsibility in your own life. But also, I think that your reason for doing this is around the love for whatever it is that you're doing, or because you have love in your life and somebody that's backing you. House 10, career, reputation, change of social status, curiosity. I heard, see what else is out there. A fiery climax approaches. So this is kind of your message slash advice. I really want you to look to other ways to boost your career or your reputation, whether that's working with another person or maybe taking a risk in regards to maybe finances. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Please ask a professional. Okay, I'm just telling you the possibilities. This is tarot. But I feel like there's something that's getting ready to culminate, something that maybe you started a while ago, and now it's coming to full fruition. So it can be a change in your relationship status. House 10 can represent that. Can be about your achievements, right? How you're showing up in the world, taking leadership, like I stated before. And some of you are getting curious enough to where curiosity is going to land you some big deal. Okay, so keep that in mind. So thank you so much, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. Also, you can always book a tarot reading with me at www.violettaalexis.com. Also, if you would like to become a member and get access to nearly 30 astrology and tarot videos per month. Sorry, guys, Mercury retrograde. Make sure that you visit my YouTube channel, click the join button, and all of that information will be available there for you. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hey Sagittarius, I hope that you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome to your Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is taking place on April 20th of 2024. Now, if you're just here for the astrology, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign, which is going to be most accurate, but secondarily, sorry guys, Mercury retrograde, secondarily the sun and the moon. Now, if you're just here for tarot, you can definitely check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. And yeah, so Sagittarius, this is going to be happening, this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sixth house. This could be a new job. This could definitely be some kind of new creative project. The ruler, which is Venus in the fifth house, this can be some kind of creative project that you've been working on. Maybe it's a writing project. Maybe your child, puts out some kind of writing project and it absolutely blows up in some kind of way. Maybe you do. Maybe this is some kind of new self-starter business. Maybe it's an at-home business. Jupiter ruling your fourth house, Jupiter also ruling you, something that maybe you're starting. It can be a big risk that you're taking in regards to some new job, in regards to some kind of at-home business. I could also see this as you guys finding new creative ways to work out potentially, okay, or new creative and fun ways to be able to take initiative and take better responsibility of your health. I could also see this as some kind of like shocking news about a child's health, but I feel like for some reason, I feel like it ends up working out okay. Or it could be some like surprising news about your health, and it can always be good. You know, you have to keep that in mind. It doesn't always have to be bad. You could be getting some very happy news about your health or a child's health. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not a healthcare practitioner, so please take this with a grain of salt. Okay. It's going to be different for everybody. Um, I could also see this as a child finally kicking a bad habit. Okay, if you do have children or a younger person kicking a bad habit, maybe you meet a romantic partner of some sort at while you're at work or while you're at the gym or something like that. If you are single, so I can definitely see a lot of different ways that this could be playing out. Jupiter is obviously your ruler, so you're directly involved. So you, Aquarius, and Taurus is going to be feeling this the most, and Pisces as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot. Well, that could be represent a representation of children. Six of Cups, the Fool in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. Well, like I said, could be something around children. Could be a secret that comes out in some way with that high priestess in reverse. Could be that somebody makes kind of a dumb decision a little bit, or somebody does something impulsively, which wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility considering that Uranus is involved. Well, guess what? The Fool is Uranus, but it's in reverse, right? So it can be something that's like, whoa, wait, what? So it can definitely it can definitely be a little like shocking, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify these cards. The 10 of Wands in reverse, the 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay. This can be something around a child or a younger person biting off a little bit more that they can than they can actually chew. This could be you and a child coming back together, or you and a soulmate, or you and somebody rekindling something, getting some things off of your chest, something that may have kind of been keeping you stuck in some way. What is this? I need one more. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow, 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 wow. So, I'm kind of wondering if maybe you do meet somebody at work, maybe you meet somebody at work that ends up being a blessing and kind of takes things off of your hands for you, has a big blow up in some way, something that involves your ultimate happiness, your finances, maybe paying off debts, letting go of debts that were keeping you stuck. I could absolutely see that as well. Or maybe a child has a lot of debts and those are being released and you're directly involved in some way. To me, this is ultimate happiness. To me, this is ultimate growth. And this is about your legacy. The moon's going to be in the 10th house as well at this time. So this can be, I'm wondering if there's something going on around career, around reputation, around something like being very public. The Fool in reverse, the Strength, and the Ace of Swords. I need one more for that. And the Ace of Cups. Well, I love this. New beginnings. It's interesting because it seems like somebody who takes a really impulsive risk somehow. It seemingly is idiotic, is what I want to say, but somehow it ends up building a better foundation, or it ends up bringing you and another person together potentially. Now, this could also be some kind of new beginning that's happening, but you could feel a little shaky, like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know, blah, 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 right? I kind of want to say go with the flow of this. You don't want to try to resist whatever is going on. Change is coming, period. That's it. Whether you like it or nobody likes it, right? But it's for the betterment of you and the people around you. Okay, it's Jupiter, right? The greatest benefic, your ruling planet, the Strength, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Something may fall out. Maybe you change jobs or you get fired, and then you end up working for yourself and you didn't even realize how passionate you were about being an entrepreneur, or how many ideas you get. Because you know what? The best thing that ever happened to me was getting fired. I mean, besides having my kids, one of the best things ever was me getting fired from my job. And then I landed a live stream on a live stream platform where I was making tons of money. So maybe it's something like that as well. So keep that in mind. The High Priestess in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So something could definitely be coming out financially, or maybe about how somebody was taking advantage of another. Maybe somebody goes to jail with that Eight of Swords, you know. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but it can be karmic with that Wheel of Fortune there. But it seems like something is maybe turning in your favor, or something is being moved in a beneficial way. It just seems like there's a little bit of a lesson here for somebody to learn. Opposition, anomaly, the energy is gaining momentum. So I kind of want to say there may be something that happens where you feel a little at odds with another person, but this can be like something that was a long time coming, is what I want to say, with the energy gaining momentum. And with that anomaly card, it's like, okay, like let's say that you do find out something about a coworker, or you find out something about a child, and it was like a long time coming. It's something that they've been keeping, right, from you, or who knows, right? And then Uranus ruling your third house of like communication, news, maybe you get a message, maybe you get an email, maybe you get a call, something like that, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? That's not like her, or that's not like him, or that's not like me, right? This is like a one-time kind of thing. So it's a need to uh be able to use your discernment in regards to the particular situation, and needing to kind of meet in the middle with another person, or with your current circumstances. So it's not bad. There's a 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune that's to come out of this. It just seems like there might be a little point of tension in order to get there. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And also, if you would like exclusive access to around 30 tarot and astrology videos per month, you can head on over to my YouTube channel. You can click the join button, and there will be 2 tiers available. You can pick the one that's best for you, and I hope that you enjoy. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, bye for now. Hello, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your astrology tarot fusion for the conjunction that we're having between Jupiter and Uranus, which is taking place on April 20th of 2024. If you guys are just looking for the astrology, make sure that first and foremost you are checking for your rising sign, secondarily your sun and your moon. If you're just here for the tarot reading, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So you guys are going to be having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your 5th house. All right. Not the worst place to have any conjunction, really, for the most part, right? But Jupiter is a huge beneficial planet. It does rule, however, your 12th house. This can be of isolation, you know. So if we just want to talk about the bad, right, it could be a younger family member, whether it's just a child or just a younger family member that goes to jail. That's obviously not going to be for everybody. Okay, maybe they need to be hospitalized, maybe they go into a mental institution. You know, it can be a lot of different things. All right, so that's just the negative. Okay, that's obviously way out there, right? And you could feel the need to kind of have to let go of that person right now, or it could be some money that you feel like you're going to have to dish out in order to help a family member. I could absolutely see that, you know, just kind of putting that out there. It can be an unexpected expense for a family member, specifically a younger family member. It can be just with somebody that lives within the home, somebody that you're dating, or maybe even a partner, right? And it can be something involving legalities, okay? Because the moon is also transiting your 9th house during that time. So it can be something in regards to legalities, needing to deal with legalities in some way. And you know, that's the bad, right? But for the good, this is generally a pretty happy house, you know. And as can the 9th as well, so keep that in mind. So this can be something very creative. Okay, it can be something creative that maybe you did in the past, and now it's getting a lot of recognition. Jupiter ruling your 12th, and it ends up making you money in some way and helps you and your family. This can be some kind of creative project that you decide to work with, that you decide to work on behind the scenes, that ends up making you money. Maybe it's some kind of business deal. Maybe it's some kind of creative project that you end up making dividends on, right? And it can be something like that. Now, for some of you, maybe it's an at-home business. I could see that as well. But keep in mind that this conjunction is happening in Taurus. So this can be definitely around the money that we make, the money that we possess, the money that we spend. Now, This can also be about you guys learning to express yourself in a more vulnerable way, learning how to do that, learning how to be more outspoken around what you feel like you deserve, the compensation you feel like you deserve, and just who you are as a person, and not having a problem with, coming out and expressing yourself to family members or being vulnerable with family members. So, this is generally a pretty fun house. But, Jupiter ruling the 12th, still beneficial, right? Still beneficial, but it can kind of like come out of nowhere. It can be like your blind spot that you didn't realize. You know what I mean? Even it could be like a child or a family member pointing out a blind spot about your financial situation or about a home or family situation that you didn't realize before. So let's go ahead and take a look, Capricorns, at your tarot. We have the Nine of Cups, whoops, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword here, because it's like we have some drama, we have some fights, we have some endings, etc. But with that Nine of Cups, it's like we're still getting what we want with something. So let's see. The Nine of Cups with the High Priestess in reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Swords in reverse. So this to me makes me feel like something is exposed or something is revealed to you, about a person. Maybe also we're realizing that we haven't quite tapped our potential when it comes to what we can accomplish in this life, and now we're finally getting there because we're healing, because we're seeing the opportunities in front of us and not brushing them away. I think with that Nine of Cups, it seems like there's some contentment, like maybe we're just content with where we're at right now, but then something kind of happens, like a little bit of a crisis situation where we're like, wait, what? And it kind of shakes up our world. So let's see. The Five of Wands. Yeah, it could be money around a younger person. King of Wands. So it could be money around a younger person or a lover. Seems like there's a little bit of conflict, not necessarily like super negative. Five of Wands is like throwing ideas around. How are we going to problem solve? How are we going to do this? Except nobody's really being heard. So I feel like a need to kind of be patient a little bit, is going to really help. It seems like maybe a child or you were holding back something from another person, and now it's kind of like, okay, now why didn't you tell me this, or why didn't blah blah blah. But I feel like we're confident enough to make something happen. Now this can just simply be about finances or entrepreneurship, and being confident enough to throw your ideas around, get them rejected or not, and still be able to make something of it. Then we have the Ten of Swords, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Well, something is going on with maybe a Queen of Pentacles archetype. Maybe something is going on with finances. Maybe we're needing to pay something off. Maybe you're needing to help a child or a partner pay something off, or they you. But it seems like some kind of serious ending. That kind of Knight of Swords comes in out of nowhere, like a message or a letter in the mail or something like that. But ultimately, it will be beneficial, because it could be something like, let's say you or a partner, right? You guys have, I don't know, a lot of debts, and then you have to pay something off. But then that makes you really get down to business and really sit there and brainstorm about how you can come up with other lucrative ways or creative ways to make money. And then you end up making more money than you ever did. That's Jupiter, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. We have Scorpio. Can be about other people's money, secrets coming out, nature, somebody's true nature coming out. Your dreams need a practical plan. So we have the Scorpio Taurus axis here. So this is telling me like some things may need to be dug up from the ground up in some way in order to clear out a clear space to be able to focus on the things that we have natural abilities towards or natural affinities for, whatever that may be for you, whether that's self-expression, creativity, entrepreneurship, etc. And this is saying like, this is not a time to just wing it. This is the time to actually plan, because it's like we can't control the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. We can't control that, but what we can do is, make a plan for ourselves to make sure that we're going in the right direction that we want. So thank you so much, Capricorn. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violetaalexis.com. If you guys would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can become a member today by heading over to my YouTube channel and clicking the little join button, and all of that information will be available there for you. Thank you so much, Cap, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Jupiter-Uranus Tarot Astrology Fusion. This conjunction is going to be taking place on April 20th of 2024. If you guys are here just for the astrology, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign first and then your sun and your moon secondarily. If you guys are looking for the tarot, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement so you can have a full picture of what may be going on for you guys. So this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is happening in your fourth house of home and family. This can be huge, big expansions in regards to your home. This could be selling a home. This could be purchasing a home, selling a home to buy a home. This can be completely moving elsewhere. The dispositor is Venus, which is in your third house. So maybe having some big conversations with a family member, with a partner potentially, because we have the sun, your ruler, also in the fourth house, not your ruler. We have the sun, which is your seventh house ruler, which is in the fourth house, Venus in the third, having some big conversations around moves, around purchasing or buying a home. I could definitely see this as well. I mean, this is big for you guys because Uranus rules you. So Jupiter ruling your 11th house, which is already a huge beneficial house, Jupiter already being beneficial. I feel like some big goal or dream that you wanted, you're finally getting. And it could be around money as well, because Jupiter also rules your second house of finances. Maybe you guys are starting an at home business. Maybe you guys have some friends in some high places that are helping you with something, that are helping you sell a home. Maybe you guys have some friends that kind of come and visit you out of nowhere or something like that. And they end up coming into town and you're like, what the hell are you doing here? And then they have some big, like, money making idea, or they want to offer you something. I could also see this as well as you guys really having a newfound sense of self worth and self value. Maybe surrounding yourself around your home, excuse me, around your family, people that are making you feel comfortable, people that are helping you with your emotions, people that are making you feel good. And also your co-ruler, which is Saturn, is in the second house. So there's already like a structuring around making money, budgeting, finances, things like that. I feel like a lot of this has to do with your finances, and also making some kind of money. I also want to say, mm, I feel like there's going to be a need for you to be vulnerable. Okay. I think that you and somebody else may be having a conversation about something. And I feel like there's going to be a need for you to be vulnerable, specifically around either finances or just with another person when it comes to maybe wanting to start a family, wanting to partner up with somebody, wanting to move in with a partner moving in with you. Something is definitely going on, probably between you and other people, or you and another person, specifically revolving around change with your personal goals. Okay, this is more like a big picture stuff going on. Maybe you're wanting to move at a distance. Venus also rules your ninth house of distance, so maybe you're going to get up and just go. You know what I mean? For some of you, I could absolutely see that happening. Maybe something is going on in a parent's life, right? That kind of seems like some crazy big news that's actually, really, really positive. I could see that happening as well. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at these tarot cards. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the World. So yeah, maybe moving. Okay, the Seven of Cups. So you could be a little bit stressed, trying to let go of the stress, trying not to think about it too much. I like this because this tells me that something is finally coming to a head in a positive way. The World is an accomplishment, coming out on top, finishing what you started. The Seven of Cups can be like, God, I have so many options. What do I do? But it can also be about like not seeing things clearly as well. So let's see. All right, we have the Chariot, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Wands. I really like this. There's something that you're very focused on getting. It's something that's very inspiring to you and you're being inspired by. You're not interested in the drama. You're not interested in any kind of conflict or anything that's going to fuck with your mental health. Excuse my French. Venus in the third house can represent like positive thinking. Okay. And so it seems like that's what you guys are very focused on. Anything that is against that, I don't think you're going to want anything to do with it. You're very focused on your emotional life as well. And you could feel like that definitely comes from how you're thinking and how you're communicating, even how you're communicating to yourself as well. Maybe you're journaling in the home or something like that that's helping you with your mental health. And you really didn't realize how much it would help your mental health. It can be something like that, but it seems like you're very determined to resolve something within you that has to do with you getting a head start on something. The World, Three of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So if there was someone or something here, if there was a particular person that has broken your heart in some way, or if you have stuff like that kind of coming back up from the past, stuff that you're having to deal with, I see you finally closing it out. Something that you've been holding on to for a long time. God, this fucking hurts. Maybe it's old trauma, makes you feel not confident, makes you feel like you have to overexert yourself to get a crumb from the bottom of the table. You know what I mean? And now I feel like you guys are like, I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to prove myself to anyone, because I feel like, with Saturn there in your second house, you guys are definitely focused on self-worth and self-value. Okay. And Jupiter representing your self-worth and your self-value and what you're needing to prioritize. Maybe you're focused on needing to prioritize yourself more. Okay. Maybe for some of you, you're helping a partner out in a crisis situation. And then we have the Seven of Cups, the Hangman. Wow. This Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Well, there's definitely like a foggy energy, like not really seeing, like after you close out whatever this is, after you're like, okay, yes, I'm going to buy the home, or yes, I'm going to move cross country, or I'm going to move to another country. And then it's like you get there, or you're about to get there, and you're like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to let go and let God. And you're a little confused. You're a little like, not super hopeful, but you know that you have options available to you. And I think that a little bit of faith or a little bit of optimism is going to go a long way. Speaking of Neptune, because the Hangman is Neptune, perspective, and a new start is coming. Okay. So I feel like it can feel a little bit foggy, but it's trying to show you your options. It's trying to show you that there are more options instead of just the one that you had set yourself out on. So it's like, try to keep an open mind in regards to where you want to live, in regards to home and family, in regards to ways of making money, things like that. And I feel like once you're able to shift your perspective, that's when you're going to see this really big new start come in. So thank you so much, Aquarius. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. You can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And if you would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can become a member by heading over to my YouTube channel and clicking the little join button. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll talk soon. Bye for now. Hey Pisces, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter Uranus Tarot and Astrology Fusion. So if you guys are just looking for your astrology reading, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign first, which is going to be most accurate, and then your sun and your moon secondarily. If you're just looking for the tarot reading, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture of what may be going on for you guys. So Pisces risings, you guys are going to be having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your third house. Now, this can be something where maybe you guys end up coming up with some great writing project and it gets you really, really popular. It has a lot of eyes on you in some way. Maybe something happens where you end up taking some kind of course, you spend some money on a course and you end up changing your education, you end up kind of changing what you're doing. Maybe you end up writing a podcast or doing a podcast around self-worth, budgeting, finances, etc. Maybe your guys are listening to some kind of podcast that ends up changing your sense of self-worth or self-value, makes you realize your blind spots, Uranus ruling your 12th. And there could be something that kind of comes out of nowhere. Jupiter does rule your 10th house of achievements, of public life. This can be something that's very public. Maybe you guys do release or write some kind of piece of content or something like that, and then it ends up blowing up and you end up making a bunch of money or something like that. Whatever this is, I do feel like it's going to be pretty public. I feel like it's going to be very career oriented. For some of you, you land a new job and you have to learn something, and it ends up boosting your reputation, ends up boosting sales, ends up boosting clientele, things like that. Or it can be maybe a new vehicle for some of you. It can be a brand new vehicle, something way better, something that fits you more. I feel like it'll be very beneficial for you. This can also be This can be like new ideas, potentially new money ideas, new ways to make money, new ways of communicating. This can definitely be a conversation that you have with a superior about a position at work, or what it is that you're needing to learn, or what it is that you can bring to the table. And also just your day to day, your way of thinking is going to be changing in a positive direction. More high vibrational, more intellectual, more intelligent, more out of the box thinking, I think, more than anything. So yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse, the Hermits, the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm more so getting like a solo dolo kind of energy, like wanting to be alone a little bit. It doesn't mean that you will be, but I see you guys having a lot of revelations about yourself, your mental health, and the way that you think, just because the Hermit is Mercury in the second house at the time. With that Four of Wands in reverse, you guys could be delaying a relationship, or maybe you guys are putting something off out of fear, out of insecurity. This could be, yes, gossip, rumors, drama, third parties, but it can also just be a need to stay in the house, wanting to be alone. Okay, maybe you are working on a project behind the scenes. Uranus ruling your 12th house. Jupiter conjunct Uranus in your third house, right? This can be like writing projects, podcasts, etc. Maybe you're learning something behind the scenes and you want to be left alone. It can be a lot of different things. So that Three of Cups, Nine of Cups in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is almost making me feel like some kind of community. You feel like you're not going to get what it is that you want there. It's interesting because you do have Uranus, which rules your 12th house of isolation and being alone, but Uranus also rules big groups of people. And I'm kind of wondering if you are being very selective with the company that you keep. And you guys may be, yeah, maybe you're wanting to break free of that isolation for some of you, but it kind of is making me wonder if you're trying to figure out the kinds of people that you want to interact with, and maybe being very selective with those people because you have a very specific vision in mind for what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So, yeah, I don't feel like you're dealing with a whole lot of people right now. That's what that looks like. The Hermit, the Page of Swords in reverse, the Death card, and the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're becoming more uplifted. You're like, I'm not about the drama. I don't want the drama. I don't want to sit here and assume things. I don't want to sit here and stalk somebody's profile. I don't want to create content that is negative for people to consume. What kind of content am I consuming that could be negative? And this is you guys having a lot of realizations about yourself, and the way that your thinking potentially needs to evolve, the way that you communicate needs to evolve, the way that you do things on a day-to-day basis, how that needs to evolve, and the changes that you're actively making. I will say this, you're not interested in gossip, rumors, drama. You're not interested in the shit. You're just not. You guys are kind of being very selective and protecting your peace and protecting your space. Then we have the Four of Wands in reverse with the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Well, for some of you, I mean, this can be about, the Mercury retrograde. Mercury is retrograde until the 26th, but we're still going to be feeling the shadow period until the middle of May. And so I'm wondering here if there's something that's kind of coming back from the past. Yes, could be a relationship, but Mercury being in your second house, I mean, these are the things that we possess. Maybe something that you thought you had to let go, maybe it comes back to you in some way, something that you were sad about. Maybe there was something in the past, something that you put out on social media, some kind of content, some kind of something that you wrote. And now it's kind of coming back and actually getting some kind of traction, maybe a song you released, I don't know, right? Something like that. And now it seems to be getting some kind of recognition, but you're still kind of like, whoa, wait, what? And for some of you, it can be something that, like you said in the past, and now it's coming back up, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this. It can be something like that as well. You have sextile for your message slash advice, soar, and communication is key, third house, new moon Gemini. So there's an opportunity for you to be able to uplift yourself, to be uplifted by others, to be able to soar above competition, to be able to change, to be able to go with the wind, let the wind take you somewhere. And it's going to be a new beginning in regards to the way that you're communicating, the way that you're thinking, the way that you're relating to others, networking, etc., things like that. So there's going to be an opportunity. The question is, are you going to take it? So thank you so much. Could be financial as well. So thank you so much. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. If you guys would like exclusive access to nearly 30 tarot and astrology videos, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, click the join button, and all of that information will be available there for you. Thanks a lot, Pisces, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.